Hey everyone, I've been hard at work at this FPC 22 and I just wanted to show you, here's the receiver. I've already taken the barrel off. Just so you know, it's got two of these just like the 9mm, the 40 and the 10mm has. One thing I am surprised about, this receiver here, with the exception of a few, like the magazines, or the grip is a little bit thinner. I can't use any of the stands I have for this gun because it's thinner than the 9mm, of course. Not by much, maybe 1/16 of an inch or so, but enough to where I can't use it. But when I took this apart, take these two screws or bolts, whatever you want to call them, out right here, and you have two clips that look like these right here. Two basic little clips. They go underneath here and snaps on the top. And you can use a screwdriver to pop them right off. But when I took this apart, it looks almost like the 9mm that I have. The latch that holds the barrel, that where you can fold it and all that, looks identical to the 9mm. And I'm comparing them to the 9mm because that's all I own. I don't have the 40 or the 10mm, and I don't plan to. But inside, it looks relatively almost identical to the 9mm. It still has the same hammer back here. And one thing, I'm going to turn the safety off. If you let this hammer go all the way forward, it'll do the same thing the 9mm does. So basically, if you have this hammer where it went forward, it was activated and not on safe, you put it all together, it's not going to work because it does the same thing, it appears, as the 9mm does. You would have to simply push this back and reset it. So always make sure your safety is on and you're not going to have that issue. But you'll have the same issue if you keep it on, keep the safety off, I should say. The hammer will go forward because you'll disengage it or engage it, however you want to look at it or say it. So keep it on, the safety on, and this won't happen. But everything in here is identical. I bought the MCARBO trigger for the 9mm. Here is the trigger that just came out of the 22. I have the MCARBO trigger in there now. You can see it right there. I love their triggers, and I wouldn't use anybody else's. I think it was 64 bucks. But let's take the trigger or the safety off. And if I press it, that comes forward. It works just like normal. So the 9mm MCARBO trigger will fit in the FPC 22. Again, everything inside here where the feed ramp is and this plate is identical to the 9. You still have a spring right here with that little metal plate in there that engages your safety. It has a little hook on the bottom, kind of like a detent on the bottom, that catches your safety. Make sure it's on, there we go. But everything in here is identical to the 9. So if you see the video where I take this apart and put it back together on the 9, it's identical. Nothing's different. The trigger bar, it's in two pieces. You have a trigger bar and then you have the bar in the front. It's two pieces that go into the trigger. So one comes out the front, one comes out the back. And the hammer area, there you can see it, looks almost identical to the other one. I don't have mine here to compare it. But one difference is, if you look right here, on the 9mm, it has like a 1 inch by 1/2 inch, like half a triangle piece. This one is actually embedded in the plastic pretty good. I'm going to leave it there. I could take it off if I wanted, but I'll leave it there. That's where that bolt, just like the 9mm, it's got that deal on the bolt there where that's where it goes into and slides. That's how you put it together. So there you go. There's the insides of it. The other difference on this one versus the 9mm is it's hard to see, but right here, there's two plastic, it's a fork with a backwards J that's in there. It just sits in there. It snaps into the lower receiver. That'll go in first, because if you're not careful when you take this apart, it falls out, and if you're not really paying attention, you don't know how it goes back together. But I kind of try to pay attention to these because they are new to me too. So everything here looks identical. The hammer block, or whatever you want to call it, all this, it's one piece. And on the right side, there is another little metal fork in there that you have to keep together, because that's the piece that the trigger bar there's a nub on it, and the trigger bar goes like this to activate the hammer. So you need to make sure all that's good. But other than that, it almost looks identical to the 9mm, with the exception of a little bit smaller here, smaller slide piece or bolt, whatever they call it. I'd have to look it up. I don't know, and I don't care right now. But it's just this little piece where the bolt slides into, and I guess keeps it stable. And then this plastic piece right there, you have to pay attention for that. But it is that simple on this one. Again, I just put the MCARBO trigger. This is the 9mm one. Put it in here, and it worked fine. It works great. Again, we'll disengage the safety. It works. And again, don't let the trigger go forward and build it, because you're going to have the same problem as the 9mm do, where you can't get the hammer back. So press the hammer back, keep the safety engaged, and you're fine. There you guys go. The FPC 22 looks almost close. It's probably 80% the same as the 9. I don't know about switching parts other than the trigger, maybe the trigger bar, but it looks really good. Pretty simple to clean, and a little easier to put back together, because all I have to do is put all that on here. There we go, like that. Get these all lined up like you would in a 9mm. Put 2 clips on right here, you're done. Put your bolt back in it and go to town. So just wanted to show you guys that. If you have any questions, let me know, and maybe later I can do a detailed teardown of it. I didn't on this one just because I wanted to see how it went. But if you do need a detailed teardown of the trigger area, go look at my 9mm video. Maybe I'll put it on here. The other MCARBO, when I put it on there, it's the same thing. You guys have a good day.